Welcome back, guys. Claim Brandalorian. I'm the Brandalorian, and let's get into this video today. We're going to talk about the top 5 lightsaber hilt and blade, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I'm taking in account all of the lightsabers that look nice, the ones that look good, hilt wise, the build of the hilt, the uniqueness about the hilt, and just overall how the blade looks with the hilt. And it's all my opinion, like I've said, so just don't bully me. This is just my opinion. Starting at number 5, I have Kanan Jars. His lightsaber hilt is really unique. It kind of is more so of kind of an old school look, but then it also has the halo on the top of it. Kind of gives it like a little cup, it looks like, for the blade to ignite. And I think, you know, in Rebels, with how the lightsabers look, how funky they look, you can't take away his hilt. And I have seen replicas of the hilt online and on Instagram, and I really like how they look. I think what really helps that hilt is just the sleekness of it. And of course, with the blue blade, it's always nice to know, you know, Kanan is more so of a warrior, indicating his blue color. And it's just unfortunate Freddie Prinze Jr. doesn't want to play Kanan anymore, and he thinks that the character should be done. I have Kanan Jars lightsaber at number 5. And this one is strictly for overall uniqueness, and with the limited amount of time that we get to see it. I mean, we get to see it a lot in the Kenobi series, and we also get to see it a lot in Rebels. But number 4 is going to be the Inquisitor lightsaber. So with the circle ring and of course the guard right in the middle, especially the hilt, it's a very nice, unique lightsaber that we haven't seen in Star Wars, obviously, up until this point. It can be ignited on one side or double. So, and it's really cool, especially in Rebels. I think it's kind of corny, but when they can propel it and they can fly away, I'm not a huge fan of that, but that's cool. I do like in the Kenobi series when the Grand Inquisitor is interrogating Flea's character, the little bounty hunter that they had hired to capture Leia. He puts the lightsaber up to him and he's asking him questions, you know, where is the Jedi? Where is he? The lightsaber starts propelling, and it's really cool. Obviously, Flea's character kind of meets his end, but it's really cool how they got to use that. I think it'd be really cool if we could get a Disney replica of the lightsaber. That would be really cool. You know, have Hasbro come out with the edition of the Inquisitor lightsaber, and I think it would do well, absolutely. Especially with the quality that Hasbro has been coming out with their lightsabers recently. I think it would be a good turn. And then obviously, being top 5, that's kind of a big deal. But as we get to number 3, I have Darth Vader's lightsaber. Darth Vader's lightsaber, it's very, very iconic. Not only because it's more so like his Jedi lightsaber, but it is kind of transformed into Sith, especially around the top of the hilt. You know, you get the black cone for when the blade ignites, and then you also get not a gold, but you get kind of a see-through translucent emitter button. I think the grips are very alike Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, you know, from episode 3. And especially the one that Luke gets, you know, later on in A New Hope, and then passed down to Rey in The Force Awakens. And I just think Darth Vader's lightsaber is just definitely at top 3, and there's really no questions about that. And then number 2 on my list, I do have Luke Skywalker. And I really wish we would have got the deleted scene from Return of the Jedi when Luke was constructing his lightsaber, and just the sounds it makes from when he turns it on for the first time. I think that's really awesome, you know, that we get to see, you know, Luke with his hood up, and he's just kind of like, you know, I'm going to go get my friends. Definitely wish they would have put that part in. It shows a lot of character towards that lightsaber, and, you know, it's top 2 on my list. It's more than iconic. When you think of lightsabers, you almost think of Luke's or Vader's the very first time, you know, a lightsaber comes to mind. And I think the green lightsaber for Luke is just amazing. You know, there's some speculations that the kyber crystal is from Qui-Gon, but then again, some were saying it was from Yoda, which we do see in Legends that all of the lightsabers were taken away, especially Yoda's, when they find it after he fights Palpatine. Obviously, that was retconned in Book of Boba Fett when we see Luke offer Grogu Yoda's lightsaber, so it's kind of up in the air with that. Qui-Gon's lightsaber, ObiWan definitely took it with him. There's definitely a huge chance that the kyber crystal for Luke was definitely Qui-Gon's, but also at the same time, I think part of Luke's training between episode 5 and 6 was maybe him going on to, you know, kind of pick out a crystal of his own. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, Return of the Jedi, definitely top 2 on my list. But before we get to number 1, we do have some honorable mentions. And I think Ezra Bridger's lightsaber could definitely be an honorable mention for this list. You know, with it being a blaster and a lightsaber at the same time, that makes it very unique. You know, definitely one of its kind. Another honorable mention, Cal Kestis, with his lightsaber being passed down from his master. I really think it's cool that he kind of took on, you know, the role of that lightsaber and kept it going. And definitely in the game, we can customize it, customizable features that we can unlock during the game. I think it's really cool, you know, that Cal's lightsaber has the kind of like split emitter at the top. Definitely some sort of Ahsoka's back in Clone Wars. It's not top 5 on my list, but I do appreciate this lightsaber. It's definitely one of a kind with its curved hilt. And definitely we get to see in Tales of the Jedi that Count Dooku's was blue, and it was the same sort of hilt, same curve. And I think that's really cool that we get to see that, you know, transformed to when he turns to the dark side in his Sith lightsaber. It's still that curved hilt, and then it is red, of course. And with number 1 on my list, it is Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber from Revenge of the Sith. And obviously this gets weathered out to Kenobi series and into A New Hope. When I think of a lightsaber that is perfect, that looks well, that looks great, that looks sleek, clean, you know, all of the above, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. And it is kind of biased. I'm a huge Obi-Wan guy. If I could pick any Jedi, the strongest Jedi, I would say so that it is Obi-Wan Kenobi, especially his fighting style. And you can't go wrong with the blue, obviously showing his warrior side. I think that Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber is just very simple yet unique, and definitely Luke Skywalker's lightsaber takes place for Obi-Wan's lightsaber as well. There's some aspects to their lightsabers that they have similarities, and then there's some, especially towards the bottom of the blade, right at the bottom, Luke's is a little different. But with Obi-Wan's, it's very clean. There's nothing better, especially, you know, the grip on it. It's simple. It's not clunky as, you know, like Anakin to Luke to Rey's lightsaber. Like the emitter on the side is just like clunky and sticks out very far. It protrudes, and it's just like, how could you even hold that really and fight with that? But at the same time, I just think Obi-Wan Kenobi's is just very, very simple. Although his emitter does stick out at the end of the blade, but at the same time, there's still enough room to have both hands wielding on top towards the upper part of the lightsaber. So I would have to, you know, it's just no question. Obi-Wan Kenobi has the best lightsaber. But yeah, guys, with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Comment and let me know what your top 5 lightsabers are. Maybe just drop your favorite lightsaber. Let me know what you think. And, you know, we're really excited to kind of get this thing going. Appreciate everything that everyone's done so far. And, you know, it's only up from here. So let's keep this growing. But with that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. May the Force be with you. Brandalorian, gone.